Trigger warning. The following video contains pro Xbox One content. Delicate snowflake PS4 fanboys might be offended. You have been warned.
What's up everybody, Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys very much for taking time out to check it out. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet already done so, because I'd appreciate that as well. Thank you guys for kicking so much ass and for being fans. Happy holidays to all. Hopefully you guys all get great Xbox or gaming related stuff, whatever you want. So, Xbox One sales NPD numbers have leaked, and so have the PS4s. Xbox One sold 1 million consoles in November, which is neck and neck with the PS4. The NPD group analysis that tracks console sales in the US month by month, and while it was widely reported that PlayStation 4 won November, hard sales figures have been difficult to lock down until now. A trusted source to Windows Central, and I think this is also might be the same source that I've also acquired, has shifted 1 million Xbox units during November NPD, which enjoyed some steep Black Friday discounts. Sony launched the beefed up PS4 Pro during this month, yet the PlayStation family only managed to outpace the Xbox One by 100,000 units at 1.1 million. Additionally, PlayStation VR, which now competes with Windows-based VR solutions, managed to sell roughly 68,000 units in the same month. The fact that Xbox is still pacing closely to PlayStation despite the launch of the more powerful PS4 Pro is very impressive. The Xbox One S enjoyed various new bundles to entice consumers, and it looks as though Microsoft did well to head off competition from PlayStation. The interest in the incremental, more powerful PlayStation 4 Pro also bodes well for Microsoft's next Xbox, Project Scorpio, which will land in 2017 with a significant raw power advantage. So basically, we now know why Sony did that big PR speech, which was a little bit confusing at first. You know, I originally thought that Xbox for sure would win the NPD because Sony came out the day before and announced like their sales milestones and things like that. The reason that they did that was not because they lost, but because they won by such a small margin. And when you think about this, and you can, if you're a hater, you might want to save this bit of audio. I'm telling you this right now. If Xbox Scorpio releases and Microsoft can only get a 100K win that month, then Microsoft might as well pack it in, because that is shit. That's terrible. That is pathetic. That is awful. You know what I mean? Hell, 2 years ago in November, Microsoft and the Xbox One, I think, won Black Friday or won November by like 400,000 or something like that, and that would be still a little bit low in my opinion. So basically what you had was Sony released a brand new beefed up PS4 and the PS4 Pro, and it still only managed to outsell the Xbox One by 100,000 units. That isn't good, folks. We might as well consider that an Xbox One victory. And to top it all off, PlayStation VR in its second month on sale only sold 68,000 units. Only sold 68,000 units. Now, even if they sold, let's just get crazy here and said they sold 100,000 in October, which it likely didn't, that would only be 168,000 units. You know what I mean? Far, 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 far off the 700-odd thousand that people had predicted for this year. I realize there's another month left or of sales left, but still, that is really, really bad. Anybody that thought that VR was anything more than a fad or a gimmick, sorry to break that to you, but you know, 68,000 in the biggest month of the year as far as these things go isn't looking good. And the fact that, you know, especially if Microsoft takes back December NPD and, you know, Sony loses that and they only won November by 100K coming off the release of a brand new beefed up most powerful console in the world, then I think it might be safe to say that Sony might be in a little bit of trouble. And I think that the fact that their messaging is confusing and that there's nothing realistically to play that differentiates the Pro from anything else, and the fact that the Pro actually plays some games worse, I think that all that stuff speaks very poorly on the Pro and Sony. And I think that you know what I mean. I think that it's an interesting thing. And so yeah. Look, the NPD numbers never officially quote-unquote released because they don't release those. What you have is leaks each month. And the problem with this leak is it doesn't favor Sony, really. I mean, 100K is nothing. I mean, I'm smiling. Hell, that's a win. That's a win for Microsoft, in my opinion. 100K, Sony's released the Slim, VR, and the Pro, and Microsoft took 2 of the 3 of those months and lost the 1 month with the Pro by 100K when everybody says, oh, well, Sony's just waiting to, or all the gamers are just waiting for the Pro, And they dropped the Pro $60. They dropped the Pro by $60 because nobody was buying and they were desperate to get it out. If Sony didn't win November NPD, guess what? Investors would have been pissed off. I know you guys are like, well, who cares about sales? Well, I can bet you their bottom dollar that the Sony investors care about sales, and they would have been really pissed off had Sony not won the NPD in November, releasing this new hardware. The fact that they only won by so little probably didn't make them none too happy. So anyway, I'm going to link the article. You guys can check it out. And make sure you guys comment, rate, and subscribe. All that great stuff. Thanks for watching. Crapgamer out.